Hi everybody, Megan here from Made by Megan. How are we doing? I am just going to angle that so slightly. There we are. So today I have for you this card we are going to make. This uses celebration items, so it's just a few days left to earn celebration items. They're available until the 31st of March, so you can order through the Stampin' Up website or through me, and I'll place the order through for you. And so we're using some of the freebies you can earn with qualifying orders. So we're using the stamp set Thoughtful Blooms, and there is a coordinating punch which you earn separately to match. It matches the flowers there, so we'll be using those. I'll have links below this video down here for where to see the celebration items online and how you can get in touch with me. So this is the card we're making, and I actually saw a card online posted by another demonstrator. I can't remember her name right now, so I'll make sure that's in my blog tutorial post. And the card she made was very similar to this. I cased her design. And I thought, I just loved it. I loved how clean and simple it was. And I loved the colour combos. But I thought it was a perfect design for stepping up and down. Perfect for showing the different levels of paper crafter, stamping crafter. So this is one that I've done from her design. And this is what I would call a basic crafter. When you're just starting out, all you need to complete this project is cardstock and inks. And you've got a beautiful card ready to gift. Okay, so there's that. And then this is the design I cased from the Stampin' Up demonstrator. So this uses more layers, and we're getting into using a punch here. And then there's the inside. But the card I want to show you, actually make with you today, is what I would call the avid crafter design. So we're getting into a lot more technique and supplies. This smoky slate piece has been embossed through a big shot. We've got popped up flowers again, embellishments and ribbon, and our sentiment is popped up there. And then the inside has the double layers as well. So this is the card we are going to be making. We need, here's my paper, we are going to be using Melon Mumbo, Flirty Flamingo, and Basic Grey. And I'll have all of the dimensions and all of the directions on a tutorial post as well on my blog, so you can check out the link to that below. And I do that just because I am certain I will tell you the wrong measurements on screen, and I don't want to muck you up like that. So first I'm going to start with this filigree sort of a vine image, and one of these whisper white pieces is going to be the front panel, so I'm going to go to one side nearer the bottom, then ink up again and go the other side nearer the top. And when I get the second whisper white piece, this is actually going to be the inside of our card, and I just want one of these down in the corner. Okay, when I bring back the, and I'll just pop that aside for now. This is the front panel, so I'm just going to dot around some of these dots, this cluster of dots. And there we go, and that's it for the smoky slate. Put that away, put that over there. Next I'm going to bring in the Flirty Flamingo, and I've got a bit of scrap paper here. It's our grid paper, because we're actually going to stamp off these flowers, and if you line it up, it does actually fit in between these vines to do two-step stamping. So just concentrate. There we go. And I'm just going to do a couple here and there. And we are popping up these flowers, so I'm just stamping these down as a bit of extra. Ah, look, I didn't stamp that one off. Look at the difference in the stamping. This is straight to paper and this is stamped off one. But that's right, we're covering that. I'm not going to fuss about that. And I'll do the same on the inside. Okay, and now what I have for our punched out pieces is just some scrap whisper white. And I'm just going to do 5 of those along an edge. And they'll punch out nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's that for the Flirty Flamingo. Bring in my front panel again and my inside piece. So I'm going to grab the Melon Mambo. So Melon Mambo, we've got these cute little flowers that I'm going to use on the end. There's open ends on this viney piece that we stamped in Smoky Slate. I'll just add those all the way around there. So of course we're using the same design here and we're stepping it up with different, adding in a couple extra techniques and supplies. So you can create this to suit the supplies you have at home. And now of course we are in New Zealand on level 4 for COVID, and we are staying home apart from essential services. So it's really good really good time and chance to challenge yourself to use what you have. Colours, papers, all of those sorts of things. But it's a design that can be mixed up quite easily. I mean, we're using pinks. There's no reason you couldn't do this in purple hues or oranges or reds or yellows. So that's the inside finish. I'm going to pop that right aside until we're ready to adhere it and come back and do these. Oh no, I don't need to do those because they've been covered. Here we go, these bits. These are the bits we're going to punch out. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And done. And the last thing to stamp in Melon Mambo is the sentiment. So the photopolymer, just like it did for lining these images up, it's really good for looking through. And she says, and now it's not going to work, but for looking through the stamp and the block to see your paper, and for lining up and getting straight sentiments. Oh, not bad, not bad. That's not bad. Alright, and we'll put that ink pad away to the side. And now what I'm going to do is pull out the punch. And this is a good tip for when you're punching multiples. Have a look at the layout of your punch before you stamp along the edge of your paper. That means when you just take that moment to look at that, you can line them up perfectly and get the most out of your cardstock when you're punching. Sometimes if you cut them on a funny angle, stamp it on a funny angle, it doesn't fit your punch and you have to cut into your cardstock then. But so I've just lined them all up along the edge, not a problem. And they are all out, ready to go. We've got our sentiment. Now I've pulled out the, there I am, and there's my camera. I think it's Truly Tailored punch. Only because I don't have the triple banner punch, so I'm going to use this to banner the ends of my sentiment, and I'm just going to try and, oops, what have I done there? Ah, not put it in the right place. Just trying to get the edge so I can get that nice banner end, flagged end, and the other end. Yep, not bad. So there's the sentiment. And what I've done already is embossed with the script embossing folder. So here it is. It's a nice big 6x6 folder. As I've already embossed the Smoky Slate piece of paper cardstock, and look at that, that's just so beautiful. And embossing is a nice easy way to add texture to our layers. So I will use liquid glue. So this is my multi-purpose Tombow. You might like to be using your snail or tear and tape, and that's fine too. I just like using my liquid glue. I was just checking the words were up the right way. I'm not sure that actually matters when so little is showing, but there we go. So that's what will be the front panel. And I'm just going to do exactly the same here for the inside panel. There we go. So there we are. On the front, I have put that smoky slate layer up, which has allowed me to, and I've done that after I've put the ribbon on. So I'll just go ahead with sticking this on the inside of our card, and then we can work on the front panel, putting that together.